Hi, Hannah. This is Jackie. You're a college librarian, and I'm responding to your research request about venomous snakes. So that's a tough one, but doable. Definitely doable with our library resources. Um, I've created this little tutorial to walk you through our some of our resources that I think will point you in the right direction. One thing, actually, if you don't have a library card yet, you may want to go ahead and get a library card. If you're a Pendleton student, that means just walking down to Morrow Hall, getting your student ID card, bringing it up here to the library, and turning it into a library card. The reason I suggest that is that all of our resources, you can certainly access them on campus, but if you want to access them off campus, you need your library card number. I also want to scroll down a little bit. If you're not a Pendleton student, couldn't quite tell from your record here, you would, from the library homepage, click on How Do I, and then obtain Renew a Library Account, and just follow one of those links. So back to the library homepage. I guess I should have started, if you haven't been to the library homepage before, the easiest way to get here is from the college homepage. Just go to bluecc.edu and then click on Library. And here's where you'll end up. We're going to go straight to our library databases. Again, you have a tough topic, and I think I think it's a good topic. So by tough, I mean I think if we're at a larger college or university, we'd have more resources to address this issue because other people have talked about this, and so it might be changing a little bit how you ask your question based on the research we can find. And so I think some things that you can think of about well, why shouldn't we kill venomous snakes? I mean, and maybe you've already thought about these things. Well, not killing venomous snakes adds to biodiversity. When you try to kill a snake, it actually promotes greater incidences of possible snake bite. Third, you might say, well, there's something, is there something to, like, I don't know, venom therapy from a medical point of view that helps with cures and other medical treatments. So that's some way to look at those. Because your topic is so advanced, I'm actually going to take us immediately into our advanced databases. And the first one we'll take a look at is Academic Search Premier. Academic Search Premier is actually, it's just one database in this larger collection of databases called EBSCOhost. And since your topic can maybe be in different fields, anything from, as we just said, medical to biodiversity, something agricultural, environmental, we might want to go ahead and choose databases. And from here, we can choose CINAHL. The reason you could hear me hesitate, the reason I was hesitating over CINAHL is because it's a very heavy-duty nursing database, very technical, but we can always, weed it out later. I'm going to click on our ebook collection. I'm clicking on ebooks. This actually looks at books down to that individual content level. So, I know in a short 10-week time, we don't always have time to read a full book on a subject, but, it might have a chapter or two in that book that you can look at that would be perfect. And a chapter is, the same length as an article. I think it might be worth it to look at some of our health databases. It sounds like you looked at Agricola. I'm actually not going to look at Agricola. I'm going to look at Academic Search Complete. And business might be neat. Well, I'll let you choose. You can see there's a lot of different ones here. And I can't see how business would come up, but religious and philosophy might come up. There's, I'm sure, a lot of people who have religious practices around snakes. I'm just throwing it out there. So it's something for you to consider. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And when I do that, I'm now going to look at all these databases all at once. So one-stop shop. So part of this is thinking about your terminology. So we wrote specifically venomous snakes and killing venomous snakes. You might find in your search that you actually find more with poisonous snakes. Just to keep in mind. So sometimes they cross-reference, sometimes they don't. I'm actually going to go ahead and try your main keywords to see what comes up, which was kill and venomous snakes, just to see. Why not? We might come up with something great. Hope I spelled that right. So we had 2 results, so it's pretty limited, but I guess you do only need 2. But let's see. What I see coming up right away is poisonous snakes. We might find out that that's actually a little bit more useful for us. But you can see this is based in Nepal. This looks like a medical database where they did their research. I wouldn't let that frighten you off, because you can just translate in your research paper. Here's a model of what was done in one community. Here's what we could model here. What are some ideas that we can borrow to take a look at that? And something with venom glands. Very interesting. I feel like I spelled venomous wrong. So maybe we'll take a look at that too. As you scroll down, this is that first article. One thing that it does is it's very handy. It gives you some other ways that this topic has been researched, and including conservation of natural resources and such, reptiles. Not poisonous snakes, so that's really interesting. Snake species diversity. That might be something. We didn't think about that. What is the benefits of having, or maybe you did, snake species diversity. But despite all that, I think it's really important to scroll down and read the abstract. And reading the abstract can give you an idea of what this article is really about before you explore any further. So we're looking at venomous snake bite. It looks like there's different things about responses personally to snakes. Looks like there's a study about snake conservation and snake bite management, and looking at a national park. Very interesting. What it does lead me to think is that we might want to look at snake conservation. And you could be talking about venomous snakes, but it might be a way to make something a little bit more expansive. I'm really interested. The snake worship thing might be interesting as well. And also this concept of keystone species, and that might be something that you're looking for. Keystone species, which you may know are, all of our species are valuable, of course, right? But some of them do tend to be these keystone type species that can affect an entire health of an ecosystem. And that could be a way that you're talking about this particular topic. So if you do find that you like this article as an example, let me just show you some tools. If you want the full article, it's right here, just by clicking PDF. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. And it's a long article. It's about 25 pages long, but it might be really good. And what you can do with this article once you're here is you can print it, email it to yourself, or download it, of course. I want to show you the citation feature. I think you were using this for a writing class, is my guess. So you'll be using MLA. So as you scroll down, there's a lot of different citation styles out there. You'll see MLA right here. So you can cut and put this in your paper. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. One of the reasons I opened this as well is, since this is such a particular topic, it might be very interesting to think about, okay, what are some keywords they're using? But it might be also really useful to look at their bibliography. So I'm going to scroll all the way down here, the very end, not to make you dizzy. And it might be really useful in this case. Wow, they have a lot of references. Look in detail, enlarge this here. Where they got their information, because this might lead you to your next step in searching. And so, for example, I see here the cobra, India's good snake, from a National Geographic study. That's kind of interesting. That might actually be something worth looking at. And I can show you, and you can do a search that way. So what we'd want to pull from this is that, okay, this is by, some keywords from the title, cobra, India, and that's from National Geographic from 1970. I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you how to try and find that. But look at this, population declines, offensive snake, cultural beliefs. That's interesting. So we've already kind of found two good reasons, some cultural beliefs as well as maybe health beliefs, and looking at issues regarding snakes. I'm going to keep that one article in mind, and I'm actually going to go back here. I want to see if there's anything on what we can just find on venomous snakes, and maybe, not Brazil. Maybe write protection. What does that mean when we protect? And by protection, I mean, that's in a sense what you're kind of proposing, is that we conserve or protect snakes. Just to see if there's anything. The best defense, well, you could say there's something about, I'm curious what this says. If this says something about actually venomous therapy. ecological diversity, ethomedical treatment of snake bites. Oh, that might be very interesting. You can see it looks like maybe more using poisonous snakes or just venom extracts. Interesting. So, and animal behavior, predatory animals. Those are just things you might want to look at. So just by typing in venomous snakes and protection, you can see we went from 2 responses to closer to 26. I think you get an idea of how this works. I'm going to look at a couple other things here just to point out to you on the left are these subject terms that can sometimes be very helpful. We can see that poisonous snakes would give us 12 results, but we can also look at some ideas of snake bites. We could also limit to human-animal relationships. Might be really interesting. So something just to keep in mind, because we might also then go back and change your search depending on what you're looking for. Venom, and I'm going to go ahead and type in, I don't know, medical, just to see. I mean, we might want to type in treatment or therapies instead. Hit search. Going kind of slowly, but we'll see if anything comes up. Wow. Oh. Snake venoms from 3 bites of medical importance. Wow. And the importance of neutralization by experimental equine atom venom. So if you are looking something maybe as a veterinary treatment, it looks like we may have hit the nail on the head by changing our terms up a little bit. I'm not sure if that's what you want to research, but you can see how this is really cotton to the crux of the matter. Why do we not want to kill snakes? And so I know you must have a reason. I think playing with those keywords as to, well, why is going to change your search to maybe more of what you'd like it to get to. So I'm going to run quickly to another database. Hopefully we have time. So back to our library databases page, and we're going to look really quickly under top library databases, not academic search premier, academic one file. Same thing, we played with keywords, but we might want to say kill, start again with kill and venomous snakes, or we might want to know already what we're interested in. And here's all these reports, the pet issue, of course, acute care for bite wounds, snake bite crisis, a review of anti-venom activity, might be interesting, snake bite poisoning. Some of these might, again, tie in to exactly what you need. Similar, I'll just go ahead and click on this one. Similar to the last database, you would just click on the title to see the whole article. This is from Nature magazine, a really great magazine. But similar to the other database, citation tools to help you cite, you can email, you can print. And this is where it really becomes tricky, is playing with your keywords. So if you type in venom and medical, or venom and treatments, venom and therapies, venom and venomous snakes and biodiversity, or poisonous snakes and biodiversity, that might lead you into more of the question you're really trying to solve. So, so this is a longer video than I meant, so I hope it's not too long. Again, please don't don't hesitate, feel free to contact me if you need further help. So take care, bye.